Thames Challenge Cup, the Club Open 8, London Rowing Club A in the Berkshire Station and Leander Club in the Buck Station.
Aggressive start from both of these club crews. It's been really nice to watch this London boat. I've been really impressed with them through this week, and I'm really excited to see how they're going to go up against this Leander crew.
Yeah, London Rowing Club beating Tyne yesterday by 1 3/4 lengths to make it through to the Saturday, but both crews have started really well here, locked together. It looks to me as though the stroke rate is just a few pips higher in that London Rowing Club A crew. I think they're trying to sort of get themselves out into a lead before they settle down into that race rhythm. Leander perhaps just looking a little cut off around the finish, to my eye, Mo.
Yeah, I agree with you there. London and a lot of crews yesterday were doing this. They were rating really high to halfway to the barrier and then starting to settle to try and get that lead into the headwind and then be able to just lower it down and then really shift into a real chunky river. And they did the same thing yesterday in the race against Tyne, which I followed. And I'm really expecting London to just keep walking through at this point, because that's exactly what they did against Tyne.
Yeah, London, the coxswain, Rosie Margolis, 27 years of age, 10 Henley Royal Regattas. And isn't that important for your coxswain to have experience on this course? Super
important. You want utter trust in them to be able not to steer you, just to steer you straight, but to be able to call a race. They are the brain, they are the knowledge. They take a lot of feedback, what the crew next to you may be doing, and they've got to generate any ideas or any thoughts and relay it back to the crew. So if you're up or if you're down, they've got to read that race. So it becomes very technical and tactical, and that tactician in the cox's seat is really important, to be able to just generate like this, to get out really hard off to the barrier and then settle into a nice loose rhythm into this slightly stiffer wind.
Yeah, really punching back there. You can see London Rowing Club. You get a great angle from behind here. You see the crew coming towards us, really aggressive, pressing through the back end there. Their outside elbows really swinging through and pressing that boat away. As you say, so important in the head breeze that you're not cutting it off, because it's just going to be a boat killer.
You want to really lean against the water, lean against the yaw. There's going to be a lot of bend that's generated, and Jürgen always used to say about releasing it right to the last possible moment, letting that bend unbend and then just release the blade nice and clean. And that's what that London crew is doing really well. And I spotted another set of telemetry on the London crew, so maybe we were in the wrong there, Sarah.
Different folks, different strokes, as they say, Mo.
Yeah, very much so, very much so. Otherwise, it may feel like you're rowing on a rowing machine rather than rowing on the water. There is a little bit of touch. It's not just about numbers as well, but it's very impressive from this London crew in the Thames Challenge Cup.
Yeah, London with a really comfortable lead here. Sean O'Mahony in the stroke seat, Thomas Cross behind him, Zach Baxter, Lawrence O'Connor, Callum Jenkins, George Cowley, Ben Dickens and Julian Black in the bow seat.
And I know we've been jesting about the watts and the telemetry. I see Callum Jenkins in his notes has put 460 watts was the highest watts in the 8 at Met and Marlow in the A final. So they're clearly very proud by the fact that they're able to see their watts. It can be a motivator, it can be a driver, and if it helps crews go a lot faster, then it's really good. It's a powerful tool to have in the boats, as you can see there. And I wonder how much they actually do look at it during the race. It's a long race, over 6 minutes in some instances, especially on today's conditions. So maybe they are looking down on that screen, trying to get that positive feedback to generate a little bit more power than their peers in and around them.
Shot down into the boat. Their London Rowing Club. They won the Met Regatta on Sunday. Winners of the Championship 8s.
They have looked impressive all season, and it's good to see London doing so well again. And hopefully tomorrow they'll have a nice race in the final, and that's all that you want when you get into the final. I always find Saturdays actually a little bit harder. I lost a lot of races on a Saturday versus the Sunday, and Saturday there is so much jeopardy. It feels like there's so much pressure just to get in the final. You know that you cannot win. Then once you're in the final, then it's all to play for. So for these boys from the Leander, it's very hard, but they have come up against a really, really good and strong London crew.
Yeah, they're coming down to the enclosures now, and it is a commanding lead to London Rowing Club in the Thames Challenge Cup. They'll be taking on Thames tomorrow in the final. Sensational win for Thames over De Hoop from the Netherlands just a few races ago.
It's a great shot here on the drone. You can see how clean this London crew are together, all the bodies leaning to their sides and their arms going in and out at the same speed. It's lovely to see a club crew rowing in such unity.
London Rowing Club founded in 1856, and it's the second oldest of the non-academic active rowing clubs on the Thames in London. Beautiful rowing here, coming past the grandstands. They'll enjoy this. I'm sure it won't be like this tomorrow.
No, I'm sure it can be a very tight race between them and Thames.
You hear the cheers and see the crowd clapping. A big day building here. Saturday, semi-final day at Henley Royal Regatta 2025. Coming down to the line. A dominant performance from London Rowing Club A in the Thames Challenge Cup, setting themselves up for a match-up with Thames tomorrow. Leander driving it down to the line, but it won't be enough to get them there.